Hey everyone. This evening, I have a couple of projects that I'm going to work on. I have a new deck to show off. So I thought I would go live and chat. So if you're here and you're watching, say hello. Say hi. Hey. This is so weird because YouTube does it backwards, and every other time I use my camera or I use it to record, you guys see the other end. Hey, Naya. Oh, Naya, I'm so glad you're here, actually. I have to show you something. I got my Burdell today, and I was going to send you a picture, but I was eating and, lifing and being an adult, but I wanted to show you something. I got to find it, though. It's in here somewhere, but this is just for you. And of course, it's going to be like the last frigging card in the whole deck. So Naya knows this story because I was going back and forth with her, but hello, Crystal. She and Pamela and I have all fallen in love with the Marsiglia deck. I'm sure I'm probably saying that wrong. And there is a version. There's a version that I forget the name of that is like cleaned up artwork. And it's really, really, there it is. Okay, cool. So the reason I wanted this deck, let's talk a little bit about it. It's from 1751. It's the Tarot of Claude Burdell. It is a Swiss tarot deck, so it's technically not. Hi, Ranza. Nice to see you guys here. I'm glad that that there are some people that made it. Okay. So it's Swiss, so it's technically not Tarot de Marseille, but you know how I lump all that stuff together. So the reason I really, really, really wanted this deck was because of the sun. I just love the face on the sun. And so there was a version that they did the cleaned up artwork, cleaner, bolder lines, but the cardstock was super glossy. And I forget whose video I watched. Probably nobody here. I probably watched her video on it. And I think her name is Anna Kay. I'm probably saying that wrong too. So nobody here, if you see this later, you can yell at me and tell me how I don't know how to say your name. Anyway, I don't know how to say anybody's name. So anyway, the cardstock was super glossy. I hate glossy cardstock, even though I loved it. So the Marsiglia that Naya and Pamela love was a little bit too, I don't know. I don't want to say messy because that's not the word I'm looking for. It was a little bit too, I don't know. I didn't like it as much. But this one is kind of like the happy medium. It's the same exact images, the Swiss tarot, and it had happy colors. So anyway, so let me get to the point. Naya, I wanted to show you that I had a cute little bottom too. The cute little buttocks. Just want to pinch it. Anyway, I literally wanted to tell you that for like 4 hours. So I have a new tarot deck. I have a couple projects I'm going to work on. I can't decide if I'm going to finish the tarot bags I was working on. I have 2 made here. So I could finish the tarot bags. I have a candle burning and a drink. So why don't y'all take bets on what happens first? A, I set something on fire, or B, I spill my iced tea all over the place, or as my son calls it, iced teeth. So one of these things is going to happen tonight. So you guys get to bet. What are you guys all doing tonight? Let me pause before I decide what I'm doing. Talk to me. Hey, Bella. I like my proper solo cup. The butt is super cute. I was so happy when I saw that. I was like, yay, now I have a butt too. Now I kind of want to go through all of my Marseille judgment cards and see if the butts stick out. Hey, Celtic. How you doing? No, don't wish me to spill it. That's bad. So what else? So Crystal says I'm working with my Numinous tarot. All right, so I know I've seen that tarot before, but I don't remember which one that is. So I'm gonna look it up real quick so that I have an idea of what we're talking about. Oh, that's really cool. Ooh, I really like the Death card. Ooh, I really like the Moon card. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, I get it. Spill the tea. Yeah. No tea, no shade. So what are we going to do tonight? I have 2 decks to trim. I got a second Marielle. I sent my Marielle to a friend and I got a second one that I have to trim. So I could do that. I have my Dodal that I know people are going to flip. I have a Jean-Claude Flournoy Dodal. The cards are too big for my tiny hands. So I was thinking of trimming this. Nice, Naya. What kind of videos are you going to record? If you guys have not checked out Naya's channel, you should. She knows everything there is to know about astrology. Her readings are freaking awesome. Her videos are awesome. Her weekly videos are awesome. Just go watch her channel. Here's the Dodal. It's very, if we're talking about like clean lined or messy lined, I don't really know what to call it. It's very clean lined, but it's got the traditional colors. I used to hate the traditional colors. I don't know why I'm like all about them lately. But they all have a pretty standard border. So I think I could cut them down. Look at that. Look at this hangman. He looks ridiculous. He looks like he's trying to hold in a fart. But yeah, I think I could get that like right around that little black border. Oh, you're welcome for the shout out. I like to shout out my fave channels. The New Choice Tarot. No, I don't think I've actually seen that one, Bella. Oh, let me I'm sorry, my friend is sending me memes and it's hilarious. Let me take a look at it and see what it looks like. New Choice. Oh yes, this is the new Marseille. Yeah, I don't have this one, and it was at a Kickstarter or it was a Kickstarter or a Indiegogo, like one of those guys. And I think I was about to back it, and I didn't. Yeah, Naya, that's why I haven't done it yet. I've had this for a couple of weeks and I haven't trimmed it because I'm kind of like I want to trim it so I'll use it because I literally cannot shuffle it. It's huge. Oh, Simon did an unboxing. I have to, I'm going to go over there and look at it then because I don't know if I want it yet. Sorry, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. I'll look. I almost, I almost posted on in Hermit's Cave, the Facebook group, that I was going live, but just because it's my favorite YouTube community thing, group to be in. But I didn't know if it would make me look like a jerk for doing it. And I don't want to be like, hey guys, come watch my channel. Like, I don't know. I didn't know if it would make me look like a jerk. But anyway, if you ever watch this. So anyway, look at the dough doll. Look at how big it is. And I'll show you compared to the Burdell. The Burdell is perfect. It's a little small, but the Burdell is perfect. It's very easy to shuffle. It's not totally matte, and the paper's not like what am I thinking of? Il Meneghello paper, but it's nice. Yeah, okay, Bella, it wouldn't have been rude of me to do. I didn't want to be rude. I'm like forever afraid of like people going, what's this bitch doing? Oh, you know what? I'm not in for love of cards. I should be. It's probably one of the only tarot Facebook groups I'm not in. You know what? I'm going to join right now. I'm going to join right now. Anyway, I was showing these off. I'm a little scattered tonight, guys. I have like the house to myself. It's nice and quiet. You guys may hear my cats barking in a little bit, but it's the doll is so much bigger. So much bigger. So yeah, I'm struggling because it is a Flournoy. It came all the way from France. And it's beautiful. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a poll up. I'm sorry. I'm giggling at memes, guys. Naya will have seen the one that that I'm giggling at. Search. I know how to use things. All right, so I don't know what project to work on. We don't know. Yes. All right, cool. I requested a join for Love of Cards because I'm not in that one. Did you see that? No, Naya, I did not check. Oh, Bella, if you want to post in Simon's group, I'm cool with that. I just felt I would be rude, but if somebody else did it, I wouldn't care. I mean, especially since you asked me and I didn't ask you. So that's cool. Cool. Go ahead. Naya, I did not check to see if they had another dough doll because I'm really like, I'm trying to save money, like really hard. So no, I do not. Although one of the groups I was in, Pablo Robledo, like replied to something, and I was like, oh wow, he's here. That's crazy. He's just like posting and shit. So yeah, I'm doing like 40 things at once. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so I have these two bags to work on. Bum, bum, bum. Like crazy green. I don't. You can't see the how green it is, but like here's the blue one I showed off the other day, and it's like super lime green. And I have a purple one that I'm gonna do. Yeah, it really is crazy, and I don't know if you guys in the replay will see the comments at the same time, so I'm just going to read them off like a weirdo. Naya says that everybody in the tarot community is so accessible. I mean, I think we learned that this week with, thank you, Caltech. It's one of my favorite purple yarns. I think we learned that, hey, Solus. Oh, is that Darren? That's Darren. Hi, Darren. I was like, oh, shit, I know that name. I'm dumb. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, I think that we learned that this week with the guest that we all that Darren secured for us. Don't laugh at me. I should work on the Marielle. Oh, I have to keep the titles on the Marielle because I don't work with the deck enough to know the pictures. Like, who is it? Travis was posting his without it, and I'm like, "You're brave, friend." I don't know his history of working with the deck, but I can't do it without it. And actually, I really liked the size that I had cut down to. I gave it to Sage, and then she sent me this one so that I could cut it. But oh, let me find my guillotine. And then it is here. Whoa. Yeah, it's too big and the borders are uneven and it drives, like, you guys talk about your Virgo-ness, which I have Virgo ascendant, so I know where I get it from now. Is it ascendant or some Virgo? I have some Virgo in my chart. I don't know anything about astrology. But I do have some Virgo-ness, so that's where I get it. Yeah, glossy, number one, the worst. I think the woman that made this deck, I think she pretty much all around hates the printing of it. That's why she tells everybody to trim it. Glossy is the worst. And you know what? I was talking about this, so let's talk about the Marielle. I'll show some cards off in case there's anybody around that hasn't seen it. It needs a second matte borderless edition. It needs that. Now they're sending them out. Now they're sending them out gilded. Like, it's this size and this glossy and gilded, and it's poo snacks. I don't like it. But the deck is really freaking deep and awesome. And I thought at first that I'm sorry, I'm trying to salvage my hair and how terrible it looks. I thought at first that it was just one of those decks that just had pretty art and everybody was like, "Oh, it's so pretty." But no, like, really, when I started studying it, when I really started studying it, it really it was very, very deep and very cool. That's awesome, Crystal. Do you work with it a lot? Because I don't, so I'm afraid to cut the words. Yeah, for sure. That makes a lot of sense with this deck because it's super. Every time I move my mouse, the chat goes away. So just pretend I know what I'm reading. I just pretend I know what I'm reading all the time. Thanks, Bella. That's cool. I hope some people join. I love everybody in that group. If you guys don't know, Darren, actually, I know you love Simon, but Simon has his own Facebook group called Hermit's Cave, and it's a lot of YouTubers in there, and it's really cool. But I've been liking it. It's kind of smaller. Just, community people. Yeah, Simon is awesome. He's just the super sweetest. All right, first cut on it. This shouldn't actually take me too long to do because I am just doing the top and the sides. I think on my other one I left the, let me know if that sound is like way too much. Oh my God, I know. I was watching, I was at work and I was looking at all the pictures of Simon and Kelly Bear, and holy shit, that donut. Did you guys see that donut? It looked disgusting in a good way. I did not watch the chat because I was at work all day. I often, when Simon does his chats, his catch-up chats, not ketchup like the red stuff. When he does his catch-up chats, often I am at work, and so I can't watch them. All right. That's how I trim it. I don't even round the corners. Hey, 777. That's a really great number. So yeah, that's what I do. Just like that. Just like that. And just the three sides. And hey, Celtic. I don't even, did I really just spit on it? Good. Oh, good. I'm an adult, people. I don't even round the corners on this one because I like it. Hello, all the newcomers. What are you guys doing? Welcome to, this is like my second YouTube live. I have, yeah, it's so much better trimmed. Do it. Leave it. You can leave the words on, Naya, but just definitely do the trim. It makes it 100,000 times better. What was I going to say? So this is like my second YouTube live. Most of you guys know I've talked about it before. I've talked about it before, but I'm a pretty active member in the Tarot Nerds group and I go live there all the time. But I've really just been enjoying the YouTube community lately. The 24-hour Tarothon was so much fun. I did not stay up for 24 hours because I'm an old lady, but I did enjoy it. And those that I caught, I've been digging Shane Read the Wonders lives. They're awesome. He's awesome to talk to. And Darren, nobody needs to see me on a 60-inch screen. On Facebook, writing in my dreams, UFO and aliens group. Cool. What were you writing about? Yeah, I think by the time I had volunteered, Bella, did you do 24 hours? I think by the time I had volunteered to do one of the slots, it was much later. So there was, I'm in the Eastern time zone. So like everybody, you know, I just put my finger in my glasses. So don't mind my weird face without my glasses. That's really cool. 777. If give me your real name so that I'm not calling you that. I used to be terrified of aliens, like the Greys, not like, you know, Independence Day type aliens. I love those. But Xanthia, did I say that right? Tell me if I said that right. They used to terrify me. Like, I remember going to a movie once and I didn't know that there was like the main bad guy was going to look like that. And I had to walk out of the movie. That's how terrified I was. Xanthia? Is that right? Yes. That's awesome. That's a cool name. But yeah, I used to be terrified of them, and now they don't bother me so much. I don't know what changed. It's just the last couple of years or so that I'm not like I don't have nightmares about them. All right, let's go in for some more Marielle chopping. I love sci-fi, Naya. That is definitely the truth. All right, so whenever I do this, I have to like measure. They're never even. I don't know how anybody gets an even trim deck, and I don't think I hate it, but this is like 1/4 of a millimeter off. It's cool, but they're never going to be even. I'm going to edge this in black after too, because it just looks super cool. Okay, good. Thank you, Darren. I feel better. No to Black Mirror. Absolutely not to Black Mirror. I've watched 2 episodes and it gives me like it disturbs me on a fundamental level. I do not know how you watch that show. No. I can't. Although the guy that played General Hux in the new Star Wars movie, who I think is he's a hot hottie, is in one of the episodes. So I might watch that episode just so I can see him. Yeah, thank you, Celtic. Black Mirror is so scary. I watched the first episode, better known as the pig fucking episode. Sorry for those of you that are new to my channel. I have a terrible mouth. So the pig fucking episode and the episode where it was like a Google Glass was implanted in their brains and they could like replay every interaction. It like hurts my soul. Like it's not that it scared me. It's that it was so disturbing. I won't give away the plots because it'll totally ruin the episodes. But like the pain that those people went through in those 2 episodes, they just, oh, it hurts. Like I can't think about it. It's disturbing. I think I tried to watch Altered Carbon. And I don't remember what I don't watch a lot of TV. So if it's on, it's in the background and I'm doing something like chopping tarot decks. And talking. So oh, that was a good one. Hang the DJ. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. I want to find the one that the actor that's General Hux is in because I don't care what he does. I'll enjoy it. Not that he's a good actor. He's just pretty. I'll watch anything that's like Star Trek, though. I will not watch anything with roaches in it. Yeah, Star Trek is my Star Trek's my jam. Star Trek and X-Files are my favorite. I've seen X-Files every episode at least 7 or 8 times. And Star Trek Next Generation, I've seen a few times. So those are like, if I watch TV, those are on. And I've watched them millions of times. So they're my favorite 2 TV shows. I've watched some of the newer Star Treks too, but I love Star Trek. No, I can't handle Black Mirror, and I'm not a wuss. You're a jerk. Yeah, Hulu's got X-Files too, so I can watch it whenever I want. Northern Exposure. Wow, I haven't watched that in forever. You know what I watched for the first time? This is totally not tarot chat. We're talking about sci-fi TV. So for anybody that's joined looking to talk about tarot, we haven't gotten there yet. I watched, so since high school, so since it aired, one of my best friends has been telling me I needed to watch Twin Peaks, and I didn't watch it until like last year. I didn't watch it until I had my son because I had nothing to do but sit on a couch and hold a baby that slept 90% of the time. And so I watched all of Twin Peaks just recently, and that show was weird as fuck. Hey, Lucy. Any chance you could talk figuring out personal tarot card of the year? Yeah, I could talk about that. I don't, that's not something I do usually. So I would kind of be hazarding guesses at different methods. I know some people have draw a card for the year, like random, and then they use that as their card for the year. I bet you Naya knows a bunch about astrological cards that you could use for the year. You should send me what websites you looked at, and I'll see if I can figure it out. An equation. I've never done that. I do like math, though, because I'm a nerd. Oh, birthday and the current year. So you do the birth month, birth day, and current year, kind of like you would for your birth card, except for just change the year. Is that what you're saying, Naya? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna add mine up while we're here, while we're talking for Lucy, so we can get an example. So my birthday is February 6th, 2018. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I figured this out once. Okay, so my year card is either the Magician or the Wheel. I like the Wheel better. Oh, cool. Your sister's a crazy Aquarius like I am. Sorry. I would get the Wheel this year. Yeah, I could definitely. Okay, so we're 8 months in. I will definitely say that it is appropriate that I have the Wheel for this year because shit has been up and down and left and right and definitely not consistent. So that makes a ton of, I'm hiccuping, ton of sense. So Lucy, everybody, tell me what is your year card, everybody? Oh yeah, you couldn't get the Fool. Unless you decided that the Fool was 22. Maybe some people do it that way. I know that's like a weird Marseille thing. I mean, it's not actually numbered. It's not even 0 in Marseille, some Marseille decks or some Marseille traditions. It's not even 0. It's just nothing. So so that could be, you could use that. Celtic says mine would be the Sun. My year is just average. Hey, something I read really recently about the Sun, and I don't remember. I think it was in Hodorowski's book because I just finished that. My my July wrap up is going to be so bad. I haven't finished any books. So I just finished the How to Rescue book, and I think in that it talked about the sun as being not necessarily the way most tarot books say it interprets as. It talks about the sun being doing things for the good of humanity, or like good of a group of people, or good of the family. But like doing things a little bit more globally. So maybe it's like that. Crystal, the formula was your birthday, your birth month, and the current year. I'm sorry, I just flipped you all off. I'm sorry, I was reading through comments. You guys made some interesting ones. Angelorium. That's that like the Oracle? I love that Oracle. I have the regular deck, and I have the year one cards with little poems on them. They're really cool. Darren has the book. Do you still have that, Darren, with all of the poetry in it? That was awesome. Yeah, questioning local injustice, that would definitely fall under the type of thing that I was thinking. Like just, not thinking in your own sphere. I'm thinking outside that sphere. Yeah, that book was really cool, Darren. I think the poems are the same as the ones on the cards, but I think you have more of them. Temperance gear is kind of nice. Things balancing out. I love this world card because it's totally neat. Yeah, add the total numbers together and then keep adding them until you get something less than 22 or less than 21. Sorry. It's cool. I know my tarot numbers. I'm real good, guys. You know what I didn't do for this live? I did not post it on any of my own social media. So next time I'll have to remember to do that. The devil being your year card. Hey, it's not necessarily bad. I mean, it could mean, some cool sexy times over the year. It could mean more coping, like, you may be going through things that you have to really get down to the point where you're really just thinking of yourself. Could be that. The devil's a tricky card. There's so many different aspects. So you have the lover year. That's nice. That's so Celtic says Celtic Morningstar, because there's a couple of Celtic in here, so I want to distinguish. Marielle is a deck that's always in some sort of conversation. A couple of cards I can't get past. Do you know which cards they are? Because I'd be interested to see, because I haven't come up against any that I really can't deal with, but there's a couple there's a couple of cards that I'm not so sure about. Yeah, nobody understands the Mariel unless you work with it daily and it's your only deck. Darren, you're 8, 6, 14, 15. 15 in 2018. Shit. No. When's your birthday? 6/18? Yeah, 6/18. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're in a justice year, Darren. Yeah, the breastfeeding nun is definitely weird. Oh, we are big Deviant Moon fans. Well, I mean, which deck are we talking about, Darren? You could be strength, or you could be justice, depending on what you want. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. 6/18, 2018. It's an 8. Math. You're the one that said math is hard. I'm the one with the calculator. Hey there. I'm gonna say everybody's like screen name wrong. So Haxa hi. Welcome to my channel. We're talking about year cards and how to figure those out. And I'm trimming my Marielle and just talking because I have the house to myself. So I decided that my internet friends were going to be my company tonight. I would Thothim. I decided that I was going to say Thoth for the rest of my life because that's how Mel says it. So I always catch myself saying it wrong. Yeah, and also you guys know that you're my only friends. Thoth. I'm No. Did I say that right? You please yell at me because I'm famous for saying things wrong. I've decided that if Mel says it, the way Mel says it, it's good enough for me. So that's how I'm gonna do it. She says a couple of different things. She says Thoth. She pronounces the TH at the end of Malkuth. So I do that too. And if anybody gives me shit for it, I'm just gonna say, listen, I don't. Mel does it. Lucy, it's funny you say that because my birth card is the Hermit. Darren's birth card is the Hermit. Naya, isn't your birth card the Hermit too? And I think all three of us are hermits. And yeah, we are. But that's okay. It's too peoply outside. Oh, hey, Crystal, number 9. Kelly. Hey, Kelly. All right. My iced tea is finished, so now I won't spill it. Yeah, it's too peoply outside, friends. plus I'm like super weird, right? Like you guys all talk to me when I have time to kind of edit what I say and type out things most of the time. So you guys all talk to me when I can edit for normalcy. In real life, I'm soups weird. But Crystal, doesn't it make like the time that we live in so super awesome that even people that are struggling, that can't get out of the house, that can't do anything, and normally would have, withered from without social interaction, like, doesn't it make it so awesome that you can talk to people and see people and really be like feel connected? Like, I think that's the coolest thing about our time. And I think that, coming from at least part of my life where there was no such thing as the internet, like coming from that to now, and how fast and far we've grown in just 20, 30 years, it's just amazing to me. I'm not going to wax philosophical about the internet, but it's pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a little too much on that chop. No, that was a little not enough on that chop. Okay. Done. Well, I'm glad that you guys have this community and any other communities that you guys belong to, because I think it's super important. Even though people mostly suck, it's super important to have people around. So what else should we talk about that is tarot related this evening, friends? A lot of the times when I go live, I do like questions and answers, so I'm not above that too. Let's talk about the Fortune's Wheelhouse meetup. We talk about that every second of every day. Or at least you and I do. Well, and me and Naya do too. And then we all talk together. Yeah, the breastfeeding nun is super weird. I get that. That's not mostly because it takes that act and kind of makes it very like about weird control, and not about what breastfeeding is normally about. And now I have to look up the King of Discs. So I'm going to flip through these until I find it, because I don't remember what it looks like. Mm-hmm. This is the breastfeeding nun I'm sorry, trigger warning. That's the breastfeeding nun that everybody's talking about. It's the Hierophant card. Yeah, Crystal, that's exactly what I get from that card. Oh, did you get to see it, Darren? This is the breastfeeding nun. And Crystal, I didn't mean to gloss past your question. I have not seen that deck either. Oh, Lucy. Oh, boy, can we. I've got a butt ton of decks. You should check out the Darkness of Light. It is really cool. It's not quite black and white. It does have a lot of very cool, rich colors to it. You should check that one out. It's Rider-Waite-Smith based. It's a clone. It's my favorite clone. Darren, actually, there's a lot of esoteric stuff in this deck, and it's almost better hidden than it is in the Rider-Waite. More color and warmth. Let's see. Let's find you a deck, friend. First, I'm going to look up the King of Swords because I got distracted. Or King of Discs. I want to see that one. To see why it is not liked. And then I may have to run away for a potty break. That's fairly esoteric, Darren. She's got a... What did that deck you buy called it? A unicurl? A unicurl hexagram. Unicursal hexagram. So that's fairly esoteric. I just actually got the Druidcraft. It's the second time I've owned it. And I did not like it at first. And I got rid of it. And then I bought it just so I could trim it. I bought it and the Druid Animal Oracle. Seriously, where the hell is my is it like not in this deck? It's literally the last fucking card. Oh yeah, this one's kind of weird. Here's the King of Discs. Trigger warning. It's very pan progenitor. Unicurl. Oh yeah, Crystal Cicerobito might be a good idea. I can show you that if you want to. That's funny. Cicerobito and Darkness of Light are Kelly's two favorite decks. If you let me know if you want to see the Cicerobito, I can grab it. It's right here. Pan kind of was a pervert, right? A little bit. All right, cool. I'll pull it out. The Cicerobito is cool. I did not think I would like it. That I would like to read from it because it is very illustrative. It's very illustrative. And I don't usually like to read with things that are kind of, I don't want to say cartoony because it's really not. But sorry, I'm answering a text. I do like to read it. Okay, so first of all, I hate gilding on text too. But this gilding is super nice and it shuffles really nicely. So as far as cardstock goes, it's awesome. But this is the Cicerobito. The artist, I don't ever remember artist names. Is this Stasha Burrington? Kelly, correct me if I'm wrong. I know you know. It reads really well. It's very cute, but also profound too. So it is really a great. to Sasarabido. So I don't know if you guys have seen, I've tagged a few times Pamela Tice on her channel. She does really great videos too. Her and I call it the sexy burrito, or she called it the sassy burrito, and I fucked it up and called it the sexy burrito. So we call this deck the sexy burrito. Yeah, it's really got a warm, nice quality, and the illustrations are very cute. Let me see if I can find one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite cards was like the thing that really sort of made me dig this deck, because, and this might be a phenomenon that is particular to females. I don't know, dudes, you can talk to me if it is your thing too. But whenever we get to a point in our lives where things are stressful, or we want a brand new start, or we need to, in this case, walk away from something, we cut our hair. I've done it a million times. I used to have a hair like down below my butt, and I remember like being in a place where I was just like, cut it all the fuck off. Like, and I just was a new person after that. And it's like it's a weird thing about like getting rid of a part of yourself, without altering your like makeup. It's a weird thing. I think it's a female thing, but guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so the Eight of Cups, this card was really the thing that made me really think about this deck in a different way. She's just about ready to chop it all. You're welcome, Lucy. If there's I have tons of decks, so anytime anybody wants to see something, just let me know. Yeah, it was a really, I don't know, I just thought that was the thing that kind of swayed my opinion about this deck. Now I'm going to put it away and far away from my guillotine so that it doesn't get ruined. My weird ass TDMs. I'll show. That sounded dirty. Okay, I will show you weird TDMs. I'm gonna take a potty break though, so we're almost at an hour. So I will. I'll take a potty break and then I'll come back and do weird TDM. So I'm gonna turn this up. I'll be right back, guys. I'm not gonna potty here. I'm just turning it up to be nice. Okay, friends. Oh, yes, I have the Crow Tarot on pre-order. I'm so excited to get it. I just found this today as I was cleaning up my the cards she sent out, and I was like, oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. Oh, Lucy, if you do not have a Tabula Mundi, that should be your next deck. That is, well, it's our favorite. I'm not a huge fan of animal decks either. There are a few that I love. But I don't know. I really I really dug that. I'm just scrolling up and looking at comments. Tarot of Musterberg is really pretty. It's also very expensive. So I don't own it yet. I might. And I also forgot what I was just about to say. So don't mind me. Don't mind me. Okay. So weird TDMs. Whoop. Oh yes, this one, and this one. These are my weirdest. Okay. So the first one I'm going to show. I apologize if anybody is upset by disgusting imagery. I'll try to keep the most disgusting cards out because it's very weird. Lucy, you don't jump into the Tabula Mundi. It's worth it. Naya, there's nothing wrong with polygamy. Lucy, there's a mini deck she put out too. So I think that one's only like $30. I mean, it's totally worth it to have the full size, but there is a mini deck if that's an option too. Dust to Onyx is also a deck that I really love. Yes, definitely listen to Fortune's Wheelhouse. For those of you that know, or those of you that might not know, Darren, Naya, and I moderate the Fortune's Wheelhouse fan club on Facebook. So that's what we kind of talk about all the time. So, oh yeah, definitely get the book. I have 2 copies actually. One that Darren sent me that was signed by Mel, the creator of the deck, and I have my copy that I spiral bound so that I could destroy it, and it literally gets so much use. I use it all the time. The book, even if you don't get the deck, get the book. It is worth it for your tarot learning journey. And then Lucy, when you listen to the Fortune's Wheelhouse podcast, you'll learn so much. Oh yeah, Kelly, good bring up. There's an app. So the reason I spiral bound them is because when I got my book of Seshet, it fell apart. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, just spiral bound them both. It cost me like $6. Oh, Crystal, you saw it on my channel and that's why you got it? Hooray! That's great. Fortune's Wheelhouse is a podcast. You can get that on iTunes or whatever podcast. I use like some ghetto podcast player, but you can find it there. And Celtic, yes, Tabula Mundi is a Thoth-based deck. Okay, cool. So here's my weird TDMs. One is going to be super weird. The other one's going to be other one is the other one is very pretty but very weird. Okay, so this is the Le Tarot de Marseille par Polka. That was my terrible French pronunciation, friends. This is the Polka Tarot de Marseille. Tarot de Marseille, whatever. So the cool thing about this deck is the courts have these like a really cool like creepo stairs. Yes, this is the deck with the intestines. I promise I will not show any intestines, okay? I will show pretty cards. So for anybody that is interested, instead of grossing poor Crystal out, go look for the intestine. I think we called it vagina spaghetti once. Sorry. But some of the cards are very pretty. I don't use this one. I bought it because I just really liked the imagery. The first one I showed was a court card. Oh no, it was the Emperor. Forget it. I don't know what I'm doing. You need more intestines in your tarot. All right, so I'll show a fairly inoffensive one. This one's got the intestines. So all of the flora in the minors in this deck are like they're like weird intestinal things. Yeah, this is definitely a great Halloween deck. Like here's the High Priestess. It's just so creepy. The Hermit. I love this guy. It kind of reminds me of like the Scary Stories for Children, like that vibe. Yeah, the V spaghetti. It kind of reminds me of that. And then it's also, okay, this one's cool. This is like, it's got like blood splatter and cool things. It's a really cool Halloween type deck. And it's a true Terre de Marseille. Well, obviously it's not a true Terre de Marseille because it's fucking weird. But you could read it just like that. Like even though it's intestines and flowers and blood splatters and flowers, it still reads the same way. So so the next one that is just very different. Sorry, I gotta plug my phone in. Piece of shit charger. Okay, so the next one that is super weird and very different. Actually, I have the Santa Muerte right here because I was using it to size my deck bags. So the other one, and this one I've shown on my channel. I love this super much. This is Tarot des Ozarks by Lori LePage. I first talked to Lori LePage on Instagram. She does the most intricate and awesome political climate readings you will ever see. So if that's something that you are interested in, her name on Instagram is Pranic Room. She's awesome. So she's an artist. And she does, I have one of her hand painted playing card decks that I use for cartomancy. And I love that. And she also did this deck. You can, if you want something very cool and very traditionally Terre de Marseille, even though it's weird, this deck's like $26. I think you buy it on, it might even be cheaper than that. I think you can buy it on Make Playing Cards. Anyway, if you look at her Instagram, it's on there. But the art is just so freaking cool. There's the colors are amazing. Oh, shut up, Darren. Sorry, I know you guys have no context for that. Darren's trolling me on my phone. But anyway, the colors are amazing on this deck, and it's just so beautiful. Just so beautiful. So if you wanted to try out love that devil. There's an Oracle deck coming out for the Santa Muerte. That's bitchin'. Yeah. Oh, make playing cards. Thank you, Naya. Celtic, this deck is called the Tarot de Aux Arcs. So DEAUXARCS. I had to ask her if I was saying it correctly because I like to make sure I pronounce things right. And she said that the name is a joke because she lives in the Ozarks. And because she was painting a Tarot de Marseille, she wanted it to be de Ozarks. So anyway, I always think that like tickles me every time I tell this story because it's really cool. Yeah, an Oracle deck for the Santa Muerte. So isn't it that the Santa Muerte is the same artist as the Night Sun Tarot? Oh, then you need this deck if you live in the Ozarks. Isn't the same artist for Santa Muerte? Isn't that the same artist as Night Sun? Night Sun is one of those decks that I bought and traded like 2 or 3 times. And I kind of like every time I see it, I kind of want it again. Ooh, Celtic, you made your own Oracle deck? What's it called? As I chop. Yeah, I don't usually like computer art either. I'm really funny about some of the things that are, but then some of the things I really like that. Every time I see somebody post a picture, like in Tarot Nerds or in Tarot Rebels, Case posts it. Yeah, I can speak English, guys. Funny thing, I was an English major. Anyway, Case posts pictures of it all the time, and every time he does, I'm like, I need that again. Gilosh Color Oracle. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Oh no, it's scrolling too far. Oh, I didn't know you made that. That's super awesome. I have actually looked at this deck before because I was looking for an oracle that specifically was with colors, and there's a couple of different ones. And actually, I'm not just saying this because you're here. Like, yours was the one I liked the best because it had just the solid colors, and then there were some cards that didn't. But that's really cool. Oh, that's so awesome that you made that. I'm gonna have to get one now when I'm not on a when I'm not on a deck buying freeze. I'm gonna definitely, if you search it, it's the first link that comes up, just in case anybody was looking just now. That's really cool. Hey, oh my God, how are you? I don't sell them on my shop on Etsy. I think actually I may have had a listing up there. I don't really I don't really police my Etsy too much, but you guys can find me on Facebook or here or anywhere. If you ever want to buy one, you can contact me. I've saved that Celtic because I want to get one. It's really cool. I love Oracle decks. I don't use them a ton because tarot is my favorite system, but there are a few that I really just love, and the idea of color therapy and things like that is really cool. I like Lenormand too. I owned a few Lenormand decks and then sold them all because it was very difficult for me to learn because I've been studying tarot for so long. So I kept one deck, and it was my historical it was my historical Dondorf reproduction that I super love, but I only kept that one. But I use it very excuse my hiccups, holy crap, very sparingly. I'm gonna learn one day, but I don't use it much. Yeah, it's definitely like I've talked to a lot of people that have really clicked well with Lenormand, and I don't know why I don't, because it's pretty simple, but it's pretty simple, but like I just can't wrap my brain around it. Celtic, I won't watch Coco because somebody told me it was sad, and I'll cry, and I don't like. Yeah, definitely a sweet spot. There are some decks that are really interesting that way. Naya responding to Naya. So what's the next topic, friends? What's the next tarot topic we're going to talk about? So there is I'm also in a group called Divination Guild. There's two like starters of the group, and Stephanie, one of the people that owns the group, does very daily tarot and Lenormand readings. Tarot, Lenormand, and sometimes she puts Oracle in there. So watching her, she actually teaches it in that group. And I've tried to learn from her. She's an amazing teacher. I'm just dumb. And it's awesome to watch her put those two things together. I actually didn't get to see that tarot and the movies yet. I'm still kind of working my way through some of those videos. I'm far behind. I've been working an extra lot lately. Both at my regular job and my and reading tarot. So I haven't been able to finish up on all of the Tarot-thon. Coco's on Netflix. I'm totally going to watch it. There was a while where I was like obsessed with Sugar Skull stuff. This is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. I don't know why. I think because it reminds me of the Flaming Serpent. I don't know. For some reason, it's just so cool. I liked that series of things too, the Earthbound Oracle and the Lenormand that went with it, and the tarot. It's a wooden tarot. I can't read with them though. I ended up giving them or selling them to Stephanie, so she's got all three, and she does beautiful spreads with them. Yeah, hang around with us. Your wish list will get longer. We have tarot problems. I don't even know how many decks I have in my collection. I won't count. I just won't do it. The funny thing is, I only had one deck up until 2 years ago. Ooh, Tarot of Reflections. That's another one I don't know. I don't have the Orbifold. I pester Mr. Michael Bridge Dixon regularly because he's been working on a Tarot de Marseille. I learned a lot about reading Tarot de Marseille from him. His oh my God, his channel is called Mirrors of Consciousness for anybody that's into Tarot de Marseille. You should check it out. He is also the author of the Orbifold Tarot, which is it's very cool if you like color. That might be something to check out, the Orbifold. It's really interesting. The Orbifold Tarot is really cool. I don't own it though. But I do pester him every once in a while and ask when he's going to be finished with his Tarot de Marseille because I really want it. Sorry, I got like 4 text messages going. Yeah, I didn't like the wooden tarot either. It's too sparse. Too sparse. Tarot of Reflections. Now I'm going to look that one up too. Thank baby Jesus for Google Images. Oh, that is gorgeous. However, I hate Los Scarabeo borders. Lucy, the channel was Mirrors of Consciousness. Yeah, Simon's a good enabler too. He's got, I wonder how many decks he's got. He's got a metric F ton. Yeah, he knows a lot about Tarot de Marseille. Michael Dixon. He's got an excellent channel. There's lots of information there. No, damn it. Hate when I leave like the tiniest little bit. Wow, we've been sitting here for an hour and a half. Thank you guys for keeping me company. I'm curious which decks Simon made you want to run out and buy. And Naya, I think the same. So Orbifold's not really my bag. I don't think that I would like to read with it, but I think that's why I enjoy. Orbifold Tarot has won a ton of awards, by the way. I think that's why I enjoy reading Tarot de Marseille, because it takes me out of that reliance on the images in the cards. I was discussing this, I think it was with Darren this morning, actually, about how I hate some cards like the 10 of Swords or the 3 of Swords. I hate those, or even the 10 of Cups, right? People see that and it evokes a specific thought or a specific opinion on what is going on in the deck. And it's almost never that. And so I think that's why I like to read Tarot de Marseille, because it takes me out of those pictures. And the Orbifold Tarot, it does something. It does that. Like, it's just color. It's just form. And it really, I don't know why my nose is getting stuffy. But it's just those two things, and it forces you to take a step back and not rely on Rider-Waite images. Now, I am not crapping on Rider-Waite. I love the Rider-Waite. Sometimes it pigeonholes you, you know what I mean? Lucy wants new tarot podcast. Just listen to Fortune's Wheelhouse. That's really all you need. New tarot channels need more time online. I also like Dusty White's tarot. I'm not sure where you are, Lucy, on your tarot journey, but if you need really good beginner, or even advanced stuff, Dusty White's podcasts plural are great. Hey, Kelly, we've got a few more months. Anytime you want to buy TDM decks, I'll talk about it. It's fine. Yeah, Deviant Moon is great. Modern Spellcasters or Green Witch that's got one of my favorite wheel cards. I don't own either of those decks, by the way, but I do like the Wheel of Fortune cards. Santa Morty is great. Well, we talked about that already. Yeah, Tom Benjamin's an excellent channel too. Oh, and good Lord, he's just the sweetest person on the face of the planet. He is very, very interesting to watch. So that's another great channel. If you don't already subscribe to Tom Benjamin, definitely check him out. Oh, I'm really glad that you got a lot out of this chat. This is just my random bullshitting. You're welcome, Celtic, from Mirrors of Consciousness. Really, really good information there. Oh, Kelly, get the Marshmallow Marseille. The new one has holographic backs. It's really, really hard for me not to buy it. It's super shiny and it's awesome. Oh, I'm glad you guys are having a good time. I'm having fun. Like I said, I just do this so that I have people to talk to. Oh yeah, that's right. You have those are the Deviant Moon Terre de Marseille they're straight up Terre de Marseille. They're not, people poop all the time on like newer ones and it's not historically accurate. And sure, it's not, but it's really solid. They're great. I have 3 of them. I love them. The only one I'm missing is the purple. Trialfi della Luna. I need anybody not right now, not until after September, but anybody who's selling Trialfi della Luna with Italian text, you let this girl know. Oh, Celtic. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that trade go down. That was kind of cool. The Black Enchantment Oracle is so fucking cool. Is there something different? So I was curious because I did watch that whole exchange in Simon's group. Is there something different about the Czech Shadowscapes than the regular Shadowscapes deck? I'm very curious about that. Yeah, Deviant Moon, Kelly, that was a hard one for me to get into too. That was one deck that I bought 3 times and traded it or sold it or did something, and then Darren yelled at me and I bought it again. And now I love it. I have a couple of people that I read for. I won't call them clients because they're technically family. So of course they don't pay me. But I have a couple of people that super love me to read with the Deviant Moon deck. Yeah, the borderless Deviant Moon is like just a hair too long. And like I was saying before with my small hands or my short hands, it's very hard for me to shuffle too. I feel you on that. An Oracle for October. Have you guys ever seen or Celtic Morningstar, have you ever seen the Halloween Oracle? It's my favorite. It's one of my favorites. One of the Blue Angel Oracles. I love it. No, Kelly, it's definitely the Deviant Moon is definitely a hard swallow. I get you. I get you, friend. Oh, well, let me pull out the Halloween Oracle. There it is. I just reorganized. Son of a bee. My arms are too short for life. I just reorganized all my decks, so now I don't know where anything is. This is the Halloween Oracle. It comes in stupid giant cards like bigger than this. So mine is trimmed because screw that noise. I trimmed this on a slide trimmer, and so it left that kind of indent on the back. So I need another copy because I want to do it again on the guillotine. But I love this one. It's super shiny. All the Blue Angel Oracles are. And that sucks. But I love this Oracle. I use it a lot. Pink, pink. Oh, and the skulls. That's why I wanted it, because I love skulls. Oh, I like this one. Ooh, gold gilded edges. The words are in Czech. So the reason that I have never bought the Shadowscapes, I'm not a huge fan of the art. It's pretty, but I'm not a huge fan. So it didn't really matter to me. But one of the reasons I never bought it is because I'm I mean, as you can see by my Coke bottle glasses, I'm fucking blind, so I never thought I could really pay attention. It's getting a little hot in here. I never thought I could see the pictures. If you like Lenormand, you might like the Mildred Payne Pocket Oracle. It's not technically Lenormand, but it's very close, right, guys that own it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Trade me what, Naya? Damn. I've done like 4 cards, guys. Like, I haven't gotten anything done, and it's all your fault, and I love you for it. No. I don't know how to use technology. I'm trying to. Oh, you have an untrimmed Halloween Oracle. I'll trade you if you want. I got this trimmer on Amazon. It was $15. It's made by Tonic Studios. I've never heard of them before, but it works beautifully. It works wonderful. It's not a blade. It's just that super set close 2 pieces of metal. So it just cuts it super clean. The measuring is a little wonky. It's not perfect, but if you pay attention, it's fine. I love it. I already love this deck more than I did my other one. It was super cheap. I love this guy. I use it all the time. All right, what's the next tarot topic? I'm gonna put this deck away because I'm not paying attention to it and I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm having too much fun talking. Yeah, I had one of those slide paper trimmers. They're awful for trimming cards. So if you have one, don't ever use it. It's terrible. I think I spend like 70% of my live time checking to see if my hair looks stupid. Those of you that do videos or anything like that, is that like, am I like the vainest person ever? Yeah, not only does it not do a great job, it like puts that dent on the back of the cards. And I don't love it. I mean, they're fine. They work just great. They shuffle just fine. All glossy cards shuffle like shit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's play with the Burdell, guys. Okay, cool, Nia. I'll bring it. You got to remind me because I have a bunch of stuff for you. I have a bunch of stuff for Darren. And I have to get my butt moving on my presents for Mel and Susie. Hopefully I have time to finish those. But... Oh, Lucy, it was great to chat with you, too. I'm glad you made it and spent this long hanging out with me. That was fun. So that is one thing I have not done in the deck moderation field. There was a discussion, I don't remember what group it was in. It might have been Herman's Cave or it might have been Tarot Nerds, talking about the Hanson Roberts and the cardstock being super thin. It's a Llewellyn deck, right? And if I remember correctly, the Llewellyn cardstock is just poop. So I have never rebacked a deck because I'm super scared of it. Like, I'm super scared I can't do a good job. I have seen, so I'm also a moderator on in Tarot with Scissors, and there's a guy, RC, I think it's RC. No, it's I don't know, I can't remember his name because his last name's Chipman, but he backs his decks all the time, and he does like phenomenal jobs. It's easy, Bella. Oh, great, Crystal. Thank you for staying and hanging out with us. It was great to talk to you too. All right, I'm gonna find a deck. So I only really modify decks that I know I can buy again if I screw up because I'm a chicken. See how nice this shuffles, Naya? Do you hear it? Do you hear how sexy this shuffles? It's so nice. Yeah, I do practice on the cards that come with the deck. I use those as my trimming bases to see how it would look. I have so many Thoth. Thoth deck is my favorite. A large Thoth deck is my favorite to trim, and I have so many unicursal hexagram cards that I've practiced trimming on. Unicurl. I'm sorry. Kick me out of the esoteric club. It's the Unicurl hexagram. It's Aleister Crowley's hexagram. Go ahead, yell at me. Yell at me for saying Crowley. Yeah, those are all Llewellyn, the Everyday Witch, Green Witch, Modern Spellcasters. They're all Llewellyn. They've got such thin cardstock. Every time I screw up and say Crowley, I think about the time Jacob was crying in one of the chats because you yell at him all the time for not saying Crowley. And so you can tell Jacob I think about him all the time. Every time I say Aleister Crowley, I think about you yelling at Jacob. Yeah, it's seriously the worst cardstock ever. I'm also spoiled, guys. Like, I buy Il Meneghello decks a lot because I adore historical reproductions. And the tarot, is this Tarot Museum? I'm gonna get this wrong. These cards, the ones that I am touching now, these are these Renaud reproductions. These are nice, but they're a little like, they're not glossy, but they're a little bit glossier. The Il Meneghello paper is like, there's nothing nicer to touch. Jacob and I always yell at each other. That's funny, Bella. Yeah, they do make really nice boxes and terribly shitty cards. Is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot the one with the sun that Travis always posts? Darren. Yeah, I have a great appreciation for small run self-published decks. Yeah, then you can get sweet Arcana cases for your Ilmenagelo decks. This is my Soprafino, and the woman Susie Chang, who is also one of the hosts of Fortune's Wheelhouse, she makes these Arcana cases, and she had this beautiful silk Soprafino print fabric. So we have Meta Soprafino, we called it. This is one of my favorite. This has got the best cardstock on a deck ever. It's perfect. Yes, her site is Tarotista on Etsy. She also makes the most fabulous custom Zodiac perfumes you will ever smell in your life. I have her business card here. Hang on a second. I lied. It's Tarotista at I'll type it in the thing. You can also type in Arcana case and it will come up because she trademarked it. So they're awesome. I have 2 of them. Naya has like a fuck ton, right? Naya, don't you have a lot? I only have 2 because I'm poor, but they're beautiful. They're all made on silk, custom colors. You can get custom lining. They're super awesome. Oh, friends, I'm getting tired. I'm doing the eye rubby. Nobody ever sees me without my glasses. So I look weird. I'm sorry. Have a good night. Thank you for joining. I'm going to say your name wrong again. Exanthia? Exanthia, is that right? I'm going to remember. I promise I won't. I'm the worst, but thank you guys for joining and hanging out. I'm probably going to end soon. Yay, I did it. Yes. I'm probably going to end soon since we've had 2 hours of hanging. Naya, she always said that. That's what she said is still the funniest, most juvenile joke ever. And The Office is the best show. Yes, Bella. You'll have to show us which one you have to show us which one you picked out, because so part of the reason that I only have 2 of the bags is because it takes me forever to decide what color fabric I want. So I would love to see which one you're getting. Oh, Darren, thank you for keeping me company. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. Awesome. Thank you. Bye, everyone.